So I made this video about how to identify key signatures. And I really liked the video, but then I realized, some people might already know this and just need to be reminded and don't want to sit through an entire video. So here's the bottom line. If you have a key signature that's all flat keys, B flat, E flat, A flat, whatever, the name of the key is the next to the last accidental as you read from left to right. That would be the next to the last flat in the key signature. Like in the key of E flat, you've got B flat, E flat, A flat. E flat is the next to the last flat sign, and so therefore it's the key of E flat. For sharp keys, the last sharp sign, reading again from left to right, they're always in the same order. The last sharp sign is the leading tone, or the next to the last note of the scale of the key. In other words, it leads you to the note of the key. For example, the key of G has F sharp. Up one note, one half step takes you to the key of G. In D, you've got two sharps, F sharp and C sharp. The C sharp is the last one as you read from left to right, takes you up to letter D. So that's the bottom line of the video. I hope you watch the rest of it. I hope you like it and share it and do all the other stuff we're supposed to do with these things. But that's the bottom line. And if all you needed was a refresher course, then here it is. If you want more detail and you want to learn more about that, then please watch the rest of the video. Just maybe for the artistic experience alone. Thank you and have a great day. Today we're talking about identifying key signatures. This is LHS Bandroom and I'm Bob C. So you're sitting in rehearsal and the conductor says, let's play a D-flat major scale. We'll talk about transposing for band instruments later. That's a whole other video in its own right. For now, let's assume nobody has to transpose and that everybody is playing the same scale.
What a wonderful world.
So the conductor says, let's play a D-flat major scale, and she expects you to do this from memory. Or you're in rehearsal and the director, for no apparent reason, asks what key this piece is in.
What's your name, little girl? What's your name?
This video will show you the easiest way to handle that. I'm assuming you've already watched the video about scales and key signatures. If you haven't, then you should go back and watch that. There's actually a whole lot of music theory behind what I'm about to show you, but unless you're a music theory geek like me, you probably don't care. I'm going to give you the short version, the shortcut, as it were. First, look at the key of C. No sharps and no flats. You can remember that because the key signature is clear. There's nothing there, and the word clear starts with the letter C. The other exception to what I'm about to tell you is the key of F, which only has one flat. The one flat in the key of F is a B flat. What I tell students is that the word flat starts with the letter F, and so when they see flat keys beginning with that one flat, then that's the key of F. The key of F has just one flat, B flat. So let's go with flat scales first. When you look at the key signature of a flat key, the flats always appear in the same order from right to left. It helps if you can remember that order. There's B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat, G flat, C flat, and F flat. You can remember this by thinking bead, the word bead, B-E-A-D, greatest common factor. Let's look at the key of B flat. There are two flats in this key signature, B flat and E flat. We read them from left to right. They will always appear in that order. So the next to the last flat, the penultimate flat as it were, in this case is B flat. And that is the name of the key, B flat. Let's add another flat. Now we have three flats from left to right, B flat, E flat, and A flat. Remember, flats always come in the same order. B-E-A-D, G-C-F, bead, greatest common factor. In this key signature, the next to the last flat is E flat, and that is the name of this key, E flat major. Here's another example. This one has five flats. Once again, the flats appear in the same order, B-E-A-D-G. The next to the last flat is D flat, so the name of this key is D flat major. Now let's look at the sharp keys. For sharp keys, the last sharp in the key signature leads you to the name of the key. That note is literally called the leading tone because it's the seventh note of the scale. Look at the last sharp sign in the key signature, then go up one more note. Sharps also have a fixed order of appearance. It's always F sharp, C sharp, G sharp, D sharp, A sharp, E sharp, and B sharp. The sentence for that is fat cats go down alleys eating birds. Here we have one sharp. It's an F sharp. Whenever a sharp key only has one sharp, it will always be F sharp. So go up to the next note and you're in the key of G. Look at this one. Two sharps. The last sharp sign is C sharp. So the next note up would be D. C sharp leads to D. This is the key of D major. Look at this. Four sharps. The last sharp is D sharp. So this is the key of E. D sharp leads to E. Okay, so this next part is really cool, but it's purely theoretical and will probably be confusing for some of you. So if it confuses you, I'm sorry, just ignore it. But if you're into it, it's really cool. You might recall that our sentence for remembering the order of sharps was fat cats go down alleys eating birds. But what about the birds? So the B is the last sharp in the row, but if you use it, then you have to go back and make a double sharp for the F. If you're looking at a piano, you can see it's the same key. B sharp is C. By the way, E sharp is also F, and F flat is also E, and C flat is also B for that matter. Enharmonic equivalent means two notes that sound the same but look different, like B sharp and C natural. So instead of writing a piece with a B sharp in it, a normal composer would simply write a piece in the key of C. So the simple rule is if you have flats, then the next to the last flat is the name of the key. And if you have sharps, then the last sharp is the leading tone that tells you what the name of the key will be. It leads up to the next note, which will be the key. You don't have to remember this. You just memorize the key signatures and the notes for all 14 major keys. But why? All you need to do is remember that for flat keys, the next to the last accidental in the key signature tells you the key, and for sharps, the last accidental points to the key. So when that guest clinician is being especially obnoxious and says, let's start with an A major scale, you don't have to freak out. You just go through the order of sharps until you get to the one that leads to A. That would be G sharp for those of you who are struggling with that. And once you know that G sharp will be the last sharp, then you just say the sentence until you get to G. Fat cats go. F sharp, C sharp, G sharp. Hopefully this will clear up some of the confusion about key signatures. And the next time the director calls for some obscure key like G flat concert, you can be a rock star. Actually better than a rock star, because rock stars don't usually understand concepts like key signatures and that kind of a key. But still, you can be a superstar in your band by being the one who knows how many flats or sharps are in the key. You're welcome.